Can you believe that Manchester United have got a completely new front line? Cunha, Mbeumo and Sesko. United's goal scoring has been the biggest problem at our club for a long time. While other clubs found ways to unlock defences, United's front line offered nothing. No pace to stretch teams, no aerial presence to go direct or physical threat to occupy defenders. It's been a gaping hole in Amorim's system and teams before him. The arrival of Benjamin Sesko should really help to change this. Now, what makes this signing a great compliment to Cunha and Mbeumo? And how can his presence unlock this potentially devastating front three? Let me explain. When it comes to United strikers over the years, they've all struggled to make an impact. Højlund had his first season with 16 goals in all competitions. Prior to that, we've had Zlatan, who, well, to be fair, Zlatan made an impact. Let's count him out of it. But other than that, we just haven't scored enough goals. And when you really dive into the numbers and you talk about United's strikers, you really start to understand the impact of how their struggles have hurt the team. But at Leipzig, Sesko scored a non-penalty goal every 218 minutes compared to Xerxes' 464 minutes and Højlund's 503 minutes at United. That's more than double the frequency of our current options. And he's not just about goals, it's about the type of threat he brings. Sesko's speed makes him a devastating vertical threat, perfectly suited to Amorim's system on the transition when you need it to be. In Amorim's system, progression through the right wing-back, playing balls inside to the centre-forward is a major weapon. And we saw this against Everton in the lead-up to the goal with the ball from Ahmad to Cunha. However, this example was with Cunha coming to feet. Where it's really a threat is when the centre-forward runs in behind like this. And that's definitely an area where Sesko is really going to help in the overall shape of the team. But just as much as him helping the shape of the attack, weirdly, you might call this weird, he's going to help the shape of the defence. Now, me saying that is because of how United play out from the back with the ball. We all know how much we've struggled with this. For years and years and years, we just can't progress it out from the back. But an alternative to that, when sometimes it doesn't happen, is you can use a long ball. You can use a target man to hold the ball up. We haven't had anybody to do that. We do now. And this is where Sesko improves United's ability to play out from the back dramatically. His aerial stats, quite frankly, are outstanding. 2.6 aerial duels won per 90 with a near 60% success rate. Compare that to Xerxes at 29.9 and Højlund at just 24.6. Sesko is going to be a real weapon that United could use, and his ability to win flick-ons and hold the ball up. Last season, Sesko managed 49 flick-ons. Xerxes managed 21. Højlund, 17. Less than Sesko combined. This means United can finally go direct when we need to. For too long, opposition have been able to press United with impunity, pushing really high up the pitch in the knowledge that United have got no real aerial threat. So when it gets kicked long, the centre-backs will just sweep it up and play it forward again. Now they'll be forced to respect that, which will allow United players greater time and space to play out from the back. And what makes this front three so exciting is how their strengths complement each other. Sesko's flick-on success will be crucial for unlocking Cunha's ability to win second balls, and Mbeumo's pace in behind. Both new signings have thrived playing with target men before, Mbeumo with Tony, Cunha with Larson. But why will Benjamin Sesko succeed where others have failed? I think this is where United fans are understandably a little bit tentative, a little bit nervous, all right? We've gone out and spent 72 million on a young, exciting player from Atalanta called Rasmus Højlund. Why is it that Benjamin Sesko is not just going to be another version of Højlund? Now, I really genuinely do not think that is going to be the case. I've sort of explained some of it. There's more to go. But let me speak a little bit more about a key element I would consider when it comes to Sesko, his impact, but also how he impacts others. The beauty of this setup is that United can now vary the approach. They can build up patiently through the number 10s, go direct to Sesko, who can bring others into play. And his 28% flick-on success rate should create numerous opportunities for the runners behind. There's also the goal-scoring burden to consider. Cunha and Mbeumo both contribute significant goals themselves, meaning Sesko won't have to carry all the responsibility in a way that Højlund had to. And that's a big difference as to why I don't think Sesko is going to end up being another Højlund, because of who he's going to be playing alongside. This front three can hurt you in multiple ways. And the domino effect of adding Sesko goes behind just his individual contributions. His presence means opposition teams can't commit extra men to pressing higher up the pitch. They have to respect the direct option, which creates space for both Cunha and Mbeumo. And the combination then of Sesko's physicality, Cunha's ball carrying and Mbeumo's intelligence in the final third gives United multiple ways to hurt any defence. And a final note here about how these three are going to work together, right? When United have played against low blocks for years now, we've always struggled, haven't we? playing it patiently around the box, trying to find a way through. Sometimes it doesn't work. Keep rinsing and repeating. Well, how about having an option where you've got the best crosser in the Premier League in terms of numbers and a 6'5" striker leaping at the back post? You've got another option. Now, Sesko actually described kind of exactly what sort of player he is in his first interview with the club. It gives us some nice insight.
I'm kind of the guy that just that is ready to attack, to be in front, if there is a space behind to run it. Of course, if there is crosses, it's always going to be nice. I'm always going to be there.
If there are crosses, I'm always going to be there. I swear on my life, that's music to my ears. What I really want Sesko to be is a proper box presence. If you look at Amorim and Gyökeres at Sporting, the reason that Gyökeres scored so many goals a lot of the times was from those cutbacks, runs to the byline. Let Cunha do that. Let Mbeumo do that. Let them both create. I want Sesko to be a Van Nistelrooy type striker, someone who just lives in the box, breathes in the box only. Well, to be fair, he's going to score probably a few goals from outside the box. But just having someone on the end of the crosses, it's going to make a big difference. When was the last time you can remember a United centre-forward rising at the far post and heading across down into the back of the net? Against settled defences, Sesko provides what United have been missing in that sense, a genuine aerial threat in the box. His 10 headers from 39 goals since joining Leipzig show he's not just about pace and movement, he can finish on crosses. And what's really exciting, as I said, is that Mbeumo attempted more crosses than any other player in the Premier League last season with 202. So expect to see Mbeumo cutting inside and floating balls for Sesko to nod in at the back post this season. And overall, this, in my opinion, is kind of what we've been missing. This is a genuine overhaul of United's attack. On the left, you've got Cunha, an inside number 10 who loves ball carrying, bringing it from deep in midfield towards the edge of the box. On the right-hand side, you've got Mbeumo, somebody who loves to cut inside, loves to score himself, 35 goals between them. And then you pair those two with Sesko through the middle, a massive aerial threat, somebody who's got pace to burn, a real presence, can head the ball on, can drive and score goals himself. You see those three? They can play together. They can play off each other. They can play in different shapes. And that gives United massive versatility and a huge goal threat that we didn't have last season. And I think that's how we're going to see Cunha, Sesko and Mbeumo work together. You can let me know what you think in the comments below, but I'm excited for it, of course. We're talking about a genuine overhaul here. And 3 top-level, elite, talented players in Cunha, Sesko and Mbeumo.